What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about various different crypto exchanges that I've used here in the last 6 months, and I want to kind of give some of my reviews. Now, obviously, we need fiat gateways, so you know, if you're on Coinbase, Kraken, FTX, Gemini, Binance, whether that's Binance US or the full kind of regular Binance, you're going to need those fiat gateways. Also, CashApp is a fiat gateway as well. I don't really consider Venmo really a fiat gateway because it seems like you can't deposit and withdraw actual crypto. So the main ones that I'm going to focus on here are going to be ones that you can deposit and withdraw crypto. You can do your trades, and a lot of these are not going to be necessarily fiat gateways, or that's not how I use them. So we're going to go over the Mandala exchange, StealthEx, HotBit. We're going to talk about some of the stuff on Binance Smart Chain, such as BiSwap. We're going to talk about the Exodus wallet and the Atomic wallet that have built-in exchanges. We're going to talk about the Trust wallet, and then I will touch on Cash App as well. So the Mandala exchange is basically runs off the Binance cloud, and essentially it has a lot of the offerings that Binance has. Now, this ended up being kind of like a good thing that I was able to utilize. Uh, Basically, when I had some Zcash that was tokenized on the Binance Smart Chain, so it was BEP20, and a lot of these pairings lost liquidity and stuff on PancakeSwap. So it was like I literally could not get out of some of that Zcash that was BEP20 because once they shut down the Binance bridge, you used to be able to go to Binance.org and use to bridge through that. Once they shut that down and try to force everybody through Binance.us or Binance.com, then that created an issue. And there's various ways to bridge on and off of off the Binance Smart Chain. But that being said, in that particular instance with the Zcash, I literally had an issue. So Mandala Exchange, actually, you could deposit BEP20, and they had a lot of offerings and stuff like that. Whereas I couldn't do that with HotBit, and it didn't look like KuCoin had that offering as either. So I could at least get off the Binance Smart Chain, and if I wanted Zcash out on the native chain, I could sit there and then withdraw it that way, or I could switch it to Bitcoin or Ethereum and then withdraw it various different ways, whether it be on the native chain, whether it be on the Binance Smart Chain, or on some sort of other chain, Polygon or something like that. StealthEx is basically a swip swap type function, and I've used this a couple times, and basically to get out of Steem or Hive and get to Bitcoin or Ethereum or various different offerings and stuff like that. So they do have a lot of offerings, and I did run into an issue coming off of Steem, StealthEx, and I had to open up a ticket. They were very helpful, and then they got it processed and everything. So was able to get through that. HotBit, similar type thing. I have used HotBit for various things at different times. They are quick to add stuff, and the good thing is with that, they do seem to be helpful and everything. I did have some stuff stuck on there, had to open up a ticket, and they eventually did get through it, and we were able to process through that. So they are active, and they are actively kind of sorting through tickets and stuff like that. BiSwap on the Binance Smart Chain, the reason I want to mention that is because I feel like that is the best decentralized exchange on the Binance Smart Chain. They do have your various liquidity pools and stuff like that if you want to take on kind of the contract risk there. And the BSW token, it is down around where its lows are. It's been down at this 30 cent range at various times and stuff like that, but you are able to earn over about 60% if you did want to take a chance with the BiSwap token. And they are kind of pushing demand to it because obviously you can earn that additional Binance BSW tokens by staking it, and it's auto compounding. But then also, one of the other things that is sort of helpful for it is that there's 50% like up to 50% fee reimbursement. So when you do a trade, you get your fees back, and then you could stake that, or you could sell that for something else, whether that be tokenized Bitcoin, tokenized Ethereum, whatever you want to do there. Now, the Exodus and the Atomic wallet, these have actually been very, very helpful for me over time, where I've had to get in and out of various positions and wanted to do the swip swap and everything. And I don't know how it connects, if it's doing something like it's going through the Binance cloud, or how it's doing it on the back end and stuff like that. But I've never to this date had like a failed transaction through that. I've never done like enormous amounts, but there were some that were like kind of bigger trades and stuff that were maybe around like 10 Ethereum or something like that, that were kind of sort of bigger-ish dollar amounts. And I've never had one necessarily like fail or get stuck, or not actually go through. But I don't know how that works on the back end, to tell you the truth. And the thing is, a lot of these where it's like, well, what's the fees on and off? What I do in a lot of these exchanges is I'll go to the withdrawal, and I'll see like how much is it going to charge me. And if they sort of like have stuff in play from like a long time ago and prices were higher at that given time, it like currently, then it could be like, well, this is too much, this is stupid, like just to withdraw it's going to be like $30 or something like that equivalency. So you always have to watch out with that on any of these various exchanges. But usually on the swip swap stuff, or the Exodus, or the Atomic, it's just really hard to say. And then it's like they have to account for the fees on those particular blockchains, whether it be Bitcoin or Ethereum. And so you always kind of like don't know how much of that's getting factored in. Now, the Trust Wallet, I've usually used the Trust Wallet for Binance Smart Chain related stuff. And where that's actually very, very helpful is sometimes, like if you do certain things on the Trust Wallet and you get back to, let's say, BNB on the Binance Smart Chain, one of the things that you could get back to is basically the old iteration of BNB, or I've seen that with other stuff too, like with stuff like Zcash or something like that. You might be able to get back to kind of their original BNB chain that they had, 3-4 years ago or whatever. So you can get back to a tokenized version of that, which can be helpful. And so the reason I mention all this is because we all know the situation with some of these exchanges where it's like you practically have to give blood and semen samples and all this kind of stuff, and give your social security number, this and that, and be taking copies of your passport and these various things. And in certain situations that might make sense, but in a lot of situations it's like they don't need that information for you to transfer a couple $100, $500, $1,000, whatever. So it's just kind of, if they get hacked and stuff like that, they have everybody's information. That's obviously a security issue for your privacy. So a lot of these are helpful to get in and out of stuff. And then you're ultimately, when you go to the fiat gateway, there is certain stuff that you're gonna run into. You're gonna have to do more of that stuff, just because it is one of those things that they're getting, they're actually getting a lot of pressure and stuff like that they need to keep all this information on various different clients and stuff. So obviously, if you are going through Kraken, Coinbase, ultimately CashApp, Gemini, FTX, and stuff like that, you are going to have to go through all that KYC stuff. But it is good to keep multiple options so you can get in and out. So CashApp, what I will say about that, and that's kind of the last one that I sort of want to talk about. CashApp has actually been helpful for me because you can get stuff to your bank. Like you can do an instant transaction. So if I have to do a quick transfer and I'm like, okay, I need to get like 500 or 1,000 or 2,000 bucks in my bank account, I can go and basically have it connected to a Chase bank account, and I'm able to go through that and instantly get the money into my bank account, and then I can work with it right away. Like within, literally, it's like I say, instantly, and 5 minutes later you can be using that. So that has been helpful. But with the fees, of transferring Bitcoin around, obviously the fees have went down here during this bear market. With the fees of that and the fees just that Cash App charges and stuff like that, it can become cumbersome if you're doing larger amounts. So it's not the end all be all, but it is something to maybe keep in your back pocket. So what I will mention with FTX, trades have been good there. Gemini, the thing that was kind of a little bit of an incentive with Gemini is there's certain things that you could earn a percentage return on, stuff like Dogecoin and stuff like that. Now, over time they lowered that, and adjusted some of those rates and stuff like that. But you can earn a decent amount off the Gemini dollar as a strategy if you're still maybe unstable. So you can earn the 8% off of the Gemini dollar and then diversify. And if you wanted to, here's a potential strategy for you with the with the stable coin strategy. If you want to split it between something like the Gemini dollar, earn 8% out there if you felt secure with the Winklevi twins, and then you could earn 20% on the Hive back dollar over on the Hive blockchain by putting it in savings. And then maybe for another part, you could basically buy the Hive back dollar on the Polygon network, and have a liquidity pool between that and USDC over on polycub.com. And so obviously you'd be risking a little bit more with the Hive back dollar kind of in that scenario. But that being said, you would mitigate your risk over on Polygon, because part of the money would be in the USDC if you trust that more. And then if part of your holdings were over in Gemini, you're getting the 8%. So you get like 8%, 15%, and 20%, and average out the three of those, how you ever wanted to allocate that. And then maybe take the earnings from what you're getting from that to start maybe doing rebuys on like Bitcoin or Ethereum and start stacking that through the bear market and stuff off the earnings. So those are just some potential strategies. Have you guys used the Mandala exchange or StealthEx or HotBit, or BiSwap or Exodus, Atomic Wallet, Trust Wallet, CashApp, and what have been your experiences? What are your guys' favorite exchanges out there? Anyway, guys, follow me on all social media at Brian Phobos, YouTube, Instagram, Steam, Twitter, Hive, everywhere. See you guys.